And we're back. It's 21 Minutes of Sports. I'm here with my co-host and my wife, Wanda.
Hey. Thank you for having me. Are you going to be nice to me this time?
Yes, I'm going to be very nice to you, Wanda. I love you.
The whole time?
The whole time.
Okay, because if you're not, I'm going on strike tomorrow and I will not be back.
Okay, you and the little people, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You never know who might show up.
All right. Maybe even Kanye.
Can I go?
No.
You're going first today?
I'm going first today.
Go ahead.
I gave you first last time.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, we're going to talk about I'm going to talk about the NFC East and the 4 teams in the NFC East, what their records are going to be and why. Number one, let's talk about the Washington Redskins. They have Alex Smith instead of Kirk Cousins now. He is not a consistent quarterback. He's not the quarterback that's going to take you to the playoffs. And also, he's injury prone. If something happens to him, who do you have? Colt McCoy. And their wide receivers, Paul Richardson they got from Seattle, and also James Crowder and Dotson. Those aren't premier wide receivers. Actually, their best receivers are probably their tight ends with Vernon Davis and Jordan Reed. They have running backs, of course, Chris Thomas, and they have drafted Geis out of LSU.
How much longer are you going to take?
Just give me a few minutes, Juan.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
All right.
They do have a very good defense with Josh Norman, Orlando Scandrich, and also Ryan Kerrigan and DJ Swearinger. But I believe they're going to have to depend upon Dustin Hopkins, their field goal kicker, to do most of the scoring. Their defense is going to be good. Their offensive line, not so good. But their offense is going to do well, but they're not going to score enough touchdowns. And guys, to me, and Chris Thompson, is not going to be the type of third down running back that's going to get those sticks moved to where they can get first downs and stay on the field. But that defense is better than it has been. But to me, they don't have the premier wide receiver to win many ball games. That's why I'm putting them at 7-9 for the season. The Washington Redskins, of course, will not make the playoffs.
Is this still your turn?
It is now your turn.
God. Is it just me or you just went on and on
Okay,
and
let's
on?
cheer. All right, now. All right.
Yeah, this is a toy. You don't like it? Can you hold this so I can do my thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. That's not a pom-pom.
I know what it is. Anyway.
What is it? Tell us what it is.
It's a toy.
It's not a cat toy. I didn't buy it at PetSmart, I'll tell you that.
Hurry along with whatever you got, Wanda.
You don't want to hear it? I don't have to do it.
You can do it.
Okay. That's not what I asked you. I said, do you want to hear it? I know I can do it. I'm going to do it. But do you want to hear it?
Oh, listen.
You're being smart, but I'm going to go ahead. Okay. Today, I'm going to call it Wild Wanda Wednesdays. And so today I'm going to do everything backwards on my list. And we'll see if we can get to the beginning of it instead of the end. So, the name game. Sony Michael.
That's Michelle.
That's Michelle.
I
wrote down wrong.
Yeah.
It was early this morning. I did this list, but is he an electronic or is he a football player?
He is a football player.
Why would they
Georgia
name him?
And Patriots.
Well, that explains it. They're from Georgia. Okay, next. Rashad Penny.
Love to Georgia. Yes.
Penny, Inspector Gadget's niece. I used to love that show. Did you watch it?
Did you really stretch it that far, Wanda?
And no, her name. Okay, anyways, you won't be smart about it. And then this other dude's name's close to his. It's Rashawn Golden. Stay golden, pony boy.
Everybody that loved the Outsiders, stay gold, pony boy. Go ahead.
You was just watching that movie, man, the other week.
Yes, I like the movie. I read the book.
Okay, well, that's enough for me. All right, name of the day. I really like this name. Denzel Ward.
Denzel Ward, yeah.
Yeah, I would just do Denzel, just like Denzel Washington, which got me to thinking. Do you know when Denzel Ward, he went to preschool? That was in 2001. He was in preschool in 2001, pretty much. Denzel Washington won the Best Actor Award for Training Day.
I think he's a little bit older than that, but
No, you want to go to jail? You want to go home? I bet she told her kid, I'd say, you want to go to jail? You want to go to preschool? Get in the car. Yep.
all right.
That's it. That's the name game.
The name game, ladies and gentlemen. The Wanda's name game. All right, next on tap,
Mm-hmm.
the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, and he's in Ohio.
All right.
He's never been anywhere else. He was born there. He went to college there, and he's going to.
It almost
play
sounds
football
like
there.
LeBron, except that he went to South Beach for a little while for
I mean,
vacation
Where-
and some championships.
He doesn't want to go anywhere
Okay.
but Ohio.
Are you done?
Yes, I'm
All
sorry.
right. So, the Dallas Cowboys. Number one, let's talk about the draft picks they had. I guess silence speaks volumes because there's
Yeah.
nothing really to say about the draft picks. They really didn't add anything on. And you know how they have those shows, you know, the Little People of LA, the Little People of New
You
York.
watch
or
them
whatever.
too.
I watch them with
We
you. Yes, I
watch
do.
Juicy.
Well,
Shout out
that
to
will
Juicy.
define the Dallas Cowboys this year because as far as wide receivers, Cole Beasley and Tavon Austin, they're going to be the little people of Dallas, I think. If you're dependent upon Terrence Williams and Allen Hurns to be your big-time receivers, Dak Prescott, then I'm sorry, but the passing game is not going to be there. Dallas is going to run the football so much with that offensive line this season, and Ezekiel Elliott. They're going to depend upon that so much because the passing game is going to be so poor that people are going to put 6, 7, 8 guys in the box, and they're going to try to stop them. And that is going to be their weakness. Defensively, I think that Jalen Smith and people like that, they're going to be good on defense, but their passing game is what's going to hurt them. As far as overall defense, what?
You want me to come back?
Yes, you can come back, Wanda.
I had to let Zip out.
Oh, okay. She had to let the dog out. But anyway, the defense for Dallas is going to be an average defense overall. They're going to depend upon their running game to keep their defense off the field, but their passing game is not going to hit the big plays. It's not going to be there. I don't know what else to say about this team. Bo Scarborough, good backup to give some reps, save some reps from Zeke. Coming from Alabama, another big running back that I think is going to help out. But the problem is, the problem is Dallas is going to go against certain teams, and they're going to stack that box, and they're going to test Dallas's passing game out. And that's the reason why Dallas will lose 7 games and go 9-7, and they will barely miss the playoffs.
How do you know?
I know this because I know football, and football knows me, baby.
You're not a fortune teller.
Well, I study this stuff, Wanda, just like you study all your little fantasies and things like that.
Excuse me, I don't have to study that. Half the stuff just comes natural.
Okay,
You will.
7-9 for Washington, 9-7 for Dallas, simply because they don't have the premier receiver. Allen Hurns is not that premier
my turn?
receiver. He was 2 years ago for Jacksonville, but he is not going to be that one for Dallas. Des Bryant's gone. They didn't really pick up anybody for that position. And poor Zeke and Bo, they will have to do it all with an average defense. Sorry,
I've been gone a long time.
9-7, no playoffs to the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Do you want to hear it?
Yes, I do.
Because I'm getting this feeling from you today that maybe you don't care much for me being here.
I do. I want you here. I think everybody else wants you here.
I know they do, but I don't know that you do.
Go ahead.
Okay, whatever. We're going to go ahead. This was supposed to be a fun day, but then somebody made
Fun day!
No, you made it unfun. Okay. Well, and I had a game planned out, so we'll do it anyways, but I'm not happy about it. The 10 things game. I just came up with that. Anyways, I want to say something. You tell me which one you like. Billy Idol or Billy Joel. I mean, that's like, I know the first one's easy. I just want you to get used to the game. Go
That's
ahead.
like being at a rock concert or the symphony. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Billy Idol. I don't want to
Okay.
go to the opera.
That was just an example, so you could get warmed
Okay.
up to the game.
So to all y'all people in Long Island, sorry.
Okay, don't this. You're just supposed to answer the question.
Yes,
That's it.
go ahead.
We don't need all that other stuff. Okay, Stephen A. Smith or any other Stephen or Smith.
I got to give it to my man Stephen A. Smith.
Okay,
Go
all right,
ahead.
we'll go to the next one. Mary Jane or Mary Jo?
Mary Jo sounds too simple, and Mary Jane sounds interesting. Mary Jane.
Yeah, I just had a feeling that you would pick Mary Jane. I know I always would. It sounds nice. Okay, Snoop Dogg or Snoopy?
Well, Snoopy is
What,
fun when
sorry,
you.
just answer the question.
Snoop
Okay.
Dogg.
Actually, this was a trick question. It could be either one because he was named after Snoopy.
Yes, he
Because
was.
he
I know that.
so that was a trick question, so you got it wrong. Okay. 24 hours of Jack Bauer or 24 hours of Breaking Bad?
Jack Bauer. Jack Bauer, baby.
I don't know, but you don't have to say it, just say one or the other.
Okay.
Okay. I would definitely go with Breaking Bad because I think everybody likes a good cooking show. You know, you got Rachel Ray, you got Martha Stewart. You got
They were cooking
Walter
the wrong
White.
stuff.
It
Wanda.
doesn't. Apparently, it wasn't. Did you see how much money he had at the end of it? Okay,
Didn't he die?
whatever. You're missing the point. Okay, so we're just going to go on to the next one. I'm skipping one because you're making me mad. Matthew McConaughey or Matthew Broderick?
Matthew McConaughey, baby.
Yeah,
Nothing
we know
else
that.
said.
Yeah, that's your man crush. Donald Duck or Donald Trump?
Whack, whack. Go ahead.
So you're saying either one?
Duck.
Okay. E.T. or Alf?
Please. Am I lost in the time more?
Which one?
E.T.
No, I would definitely do Alf. If I was an alien, I mean, not with you. You know, I'm married
Okay.
to you.
All right.
But I'm saying if I was an alien, Alf, he's cute. And I used to love watching that show. I would go with Alf. The Teletubbies or Barney?
Can I have a third option?
No, that's it.
We'll go with Barney.
Hell, yeah, a lot of people did. That's it. What do you say?
I think speechless is the word.
Thank you, Wanda.
Thank you, Wanda, for enlightening us with all that right there. I thought I was in kindergarten for a second.
You look like you are.
The next team that I'm going to talk about is, of course, the New York City Giants.
Why do you guys say it like that?
Because all the media like to say that. Well, Stephen A. does on his little first take show. But Eli, Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Stewart, they picked up. Saquon, like I said, is going to be a bust. Eli will still be good, above average, still good. I think that he has the receivers, Odell Beckham, Shepard. I think Evan Ingram is really going to have a big season this year.
Is that David's brother?
No, that certainly ain't David, but he does bleach his hair like soccer players
is his
do.
brother?
No. Okay. Evan Ingram, the tight end that they got out of Ole Miss a couple years ago, I believe this is going to be his season. Actually, I think he's going to do more for their offense than Odell Beckham will. Their defense this year, the Giants, is stout.
Do you mind if I listen to music over here?
Yeah, not too loud, though.
Okay, thank you.
Alec Ogletree, Landon Collins, Lorenzo Carter, the edge rusher. You got Norris Jenkins, Landon Collins, Alec Ogletree. I mean, to me, their biggest pickup wasn't the draft. It was getting Alec Ogletree. He is the new Lawrence Taylor. He really is. And when you add Landon Collins that they got from Alabama a couple of years back, their defense is going to be really good. Here's the problem. They still have Eli Apple, which is a weakness on their part. But overall, I think their defense is going to do some great things. The problem is their offensive line is still so pathetically awful. I mean, they picked up this offensive line, I think it was out of Nevada this year, out of a team that didn't even win a game.
You seem so mad.
I mean, I am.
Like, you take this stuff
I take it
personal.
seriously. I mean, What is wrong with the Giants? You surround yourself with great defensive players. You got the defense set up. You don't even get a good backup. You got this Loletta guy from Richmond Spiders as your backup for Eli.
Damn, dude.
I'm sorry.
You getting mad.
But the problem is, as good as this, and maybe even as great as this defense is going to be for the Giants, their offensive line is going to keep that defense on the field to where they're going to get finally worn down by the fourth quarter. And the poor New York City Giants,
is your finger
the
tired?
G-men, are going to wind up 8-8 and not make the playoffs because of that. They need to do something about that offensive line. Think free agency, draft, whatever you may be. Justin Pugh. Okay, these are the kind of offensive linemen that you have. That's why you're going to be 8-8. Wanda, what you got?
Not all that. Isn't your finger tired?
Yes, it is. Go ahead, Wanda.
Okay, do you want to hear it? This one's not gay. I'm done with the games with you today. So
Okay,
I'm
no
gonna
more
know something
games.
serious.
Okay.
You know they just arrested the Golden State Killer. He went around slicing and dicing people from 1974 to 1986.
And they just arrested him?
Yep, you know, he was 70 years old, and his name is Joseph. I'm not going to say his last name.
Why has he been loose
D'Angelo
all this
Jr.
time?
Huh?
Why has he been loose all this time?
Because they couldn't find it. And you know, he was undercover. He was as a police officer. He killed 12 people. He raped 50.
The
His
police
DNA.
officer dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
DNA.
Mhm.
You know how they found it?
How?
Somehow now, you know how, and they show the commercials and everything on TV all the time, the Ancestry.com, Family Tree, Heritage, etc. You know, where they send you something, I don't know what you do with it. I don't know where you put it, but you put something of yours back in the box and mail it in. And they tell you who all's in your distant family, your heritage.
What a hair sample.
I don't know, pee. I don't know. I'm not doing
Is
it
it the
though.
little poop in the
But
box thing?
I don't know. Sure, that. No. So the point of this is, I'm trying to tell you, it doesn't matter. All right, this is what I put down in my notes. I wouldn't forget. If you will be planning any illegal activity, don't look at me like that. Do not do a DNA test in the mail because they will catch you that way now.
Are you a mouse or a cat?
Oh, this is my cat ears.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just letting everybody know it's fair game now. Do not do that. Like if you went out and committed a crime and you fill one of those little tests out, they can go in the database and find you. Even 30, 40 years later. Don't do it. Who cares? I mean, you want to know who your family is?
And everybody
They're
else
not
has
gonna come
cell
see you in
phones these
jail.
days. You can't get along. You can't get away with anything. So, you know, even you,
What
Wild
about him
Wanda.
having a cell phone?
Hmm?
What did you just say about him having a cell phone? That's got
No,
nothing to do
I'm
with he
saying
killed
you
people.
can't get away with stuff because people go click, 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 and they take your picture and they just want to be part of. I ain't stopped that person.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's okay. You know, you just got to refer back to what I said the other day. Wanda's quoted today. This was good. So I kept it. Stop caring what other people think. You got to do what you got to do. That should be the quote every day.
Do what you
Do
gotta
what
do.
you got to do.
And Wild Wanda does it well.
Yep.
Every day, I hear certain stories that
I'm
guess
the only
everything-
person that can be me. I owe it to the world to be me.
The world of Wanda.
Go ahead. It's your turn. You got anything else?
Okay. Yeah.
I got other stuff if you don't.
Yeah. Finally, yeah. You just studying your Pictionary over there, or dictionary, or
You
whatever.
didn't think that was interesting when
Yeah,
I said?
it was very interesting and enlightening too.
Okay, go ahead.
Of course, the last one in the NFC East is the Philadelphia Eagles, and this is not hard, people. This team is going to lock this division up, the Eastern Division, probably a month in advance because all these other poor teams like the Giants and the Skins and the Cowboys. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to be 13-3. They have not just won the Super Bowl this past year, but they reloaded. It was almost like a Nick Saban reload at Alabama, the way they have reloaded. I mean, you got a jab.
What do you mean reload?
Anyway,
You're not going to
Carson, you're reloading talent on your team, Wanda.
Okay, well, you didn't go into it.
You know, you reload talent. People know what I'm talking about. You reload.
I didn't know what you
Nick
were talking about.
Saban just reloads more talent into
He
his
hasn't retired?
No. And
Big
he's still,
baby
and
Nick.
He's big baby Nick.
Ah.
All right, but back to the Eagles. Carson Wentz could have been the MVP last year if he hadn't been injured. We all know that. But you have got to look at the receivers. They have Aguilar. They got Marcus Wheaton from Pittsburgh. They even picked up Mike Wallace from the Ravens. Of course, Alshon Jeffries. And don't forget Zach Ertz. They have so many people
You only have 1
to
minute.
to throw the ball to. And then not to mention the strong offensive line with Kelsey starting with center and Jason Peters. This team is going to be one of the strongest teams we've seen in a while at 13-3. And it's going to take really good teams in the NFL to cause them to have those 3 losses. The defense is stout. Chris Long, Malcolm Jenkins. You got Michael Bennett they picked up from the Seahawks. Ronald Darby, Fletcher Cox. I mean, Fletcher Cox and Darby. And then you go along with, what are you doing?
Can you make a muscle?
Yeah, it's a little tiny muscle.
No,
Okay, but Malcolm Jenkins, but then when you add Michael Bennett from the Seahawks, from that old Legion of Boom back in the day on their defense, and you see what they have with the plethora of wide receivers that they have.
I like that word, plethora.
That's I'm sorry, but
variety.
I probably sort of copied that from Stephen A. Smith off of the First Take show. But we all love you, SAS. But
I don't
yeah,
like him. He's annoying. Oh my God.
you don't like Stephen
No,
A?
I don't even like his voice. It seriously made me nauseous the last time you turned it on TV, and I did to go. I did.
And Max and Molly and all them.
I don't like him.
You don't-
God,
you
he
don't-
gets
you
like
don't like
so
Max?
loud. No, I don't like
Stephen
Stephen
A. Stephen
He
A.
drowns everybody else out.
Yeah.
That's
Do
what
you
he
think
likes
you
to
would
do.
be
That's his
better?
thing.
Could you debate Stephen A?
Oh my God, no, with some earplugs or something. I just couldn't even stand to be in the room with him. I ain't gonna lie. His voice is annoying. Is he married? Is his wife deaf?
I'm not sure. I haven't looked at his Wikipedia and
She
really
must
looked
be.
into his life.
I think he is married.
I know he has a
she
lot of
must have it.
sisters that he really cares
Well,
about.
Yeah, they're not around him.
Well, Stephen A., I love you, and I love your show. I've been DVRing that First Take show for 10
You're
years.
past your minutes, baby. We gotta go.
Well, hey,
Okay.
once again, we broke down the NFC East. Philadelphia Eagles will run away with it with 13-3 record. The Giants 8-8. The Dallas Cowboys at 9-7,
You gotta go.
and Washington 7-9. We got to go.
You gotta
21
go.
minutes of sports. We'll be back
Can I have another turn?
next week. Our next episode will be talking about the NFC South and what those 4 teams will do this season and why.
Can I have another turn though?
Go ahead, Wanda.
You actually said yes. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, well, stop doing this at work. Wasting time. That was on the list.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wanda wastes my time
And
sometimes. This is
You
work.
are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most of your life with. So, yeah.
You're what?
You represent an average of the 5 people that you spend the most of your life with.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
You're the average.
you look around at the 5 people that you spend the most time with and start taking notes, okay? Because you're a little bit of that person, a little bit of that person. Luckily, you're a little bit of me.
In what way?
I don't know yet.
I don't
Oh,
either.
we need to go though. I know.
Bye,
that.
everybody. We'll see you next episode.